Voices in the night, whispers of double lives.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Yummy Brown of Yommycrochetlogy, and today's tutorial is an easy crochet crop top. And if you like my content that talks about crochet, please hit that subscribe button with a bell on so you will be notified for our future videos. So you need the following: a yarn, 100% cotton yarn, this is the color green, and a 3.75mm hook, tape measure, okay, and scissors, needles, stitch markers, few of them, and a fabric glue. And let's get started. First is measure your bust area and -3. In my case it's 33 inches, -3 it's 30 inches, so I'll settle in 30 inches and start my foundation chain 121. So first is make a slip knot, however you're comfortable in doing that. This is how I started my slip knot and project, in a chain of 121. Okay, so if you needed more, just add more foundation. Make sure you ended it in the odd numbers. Okay, so I have 121 foundation chain.
One day, maybe one day, one day, or maybe
20 and 121. Okay, so this is the end of my foundation chain of 121, and then we will connect them together end to end. Make sure the chains are not twisted and make a slip stitch. Okay, so that's the row 1, and then chain of 2, 1 in 2, and then this time we have to double crochet in the next stitches and the stitches after that until we reach at the end of our row. Okay, so just a simple double crochet. So 2, oops, sorry, it's caught, and 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so double crochet from here all the way around your foundation chain until you reach here. Okay, and I'll meet you there. So we're here at the end of this row now, but before we will close this row, we will make sure that it's aligned, okay, because we will connect the two ends and we don't want it twisted. So what are you going to do is lay it flat in your table and make sure they're aligned, okay, they're not twisting or anything. And then you can end your row with the same pattern of double crochet in every chain foundation you made. And this is my last double crochet, and then slip stitch in the 2 chain that you created at the beginning of this row. So that's the end of this row, and this is what it looks like now. So this time we will use a pattern, so chain of 1, and then in the stitch next to it make a half double crochet. Okay, so just a half double crochet. And after that, if you see these double crochets, these are the ones that we will use as a post. Okay, so these double crochets from the previous round is considered the post. So if you turn your work like that, that's the back post. If you turn your work like this is the front post. Okay, so you'll be doing this back and forth. So now it says front post double crochet, so that post there next to your half double crochet is the front post. So you will insert your hook there, this one here. So insert your hook like so, okay, and wrap your yarn on your hook, pull it through, and you should have 3 yarns in your hook. Wrap your yarn around your hook again and pull that yarn all the way to the second yarn in your hook, and wrap your yarn again and pull it through till the end. So you basically make a double crochet in that post from the previous round. Again, this one here, this post, you have to turn your work because we're using the back post this time. So insert your hook at the back of that post and make a double crochet. Okay, so this is how you make a double crochet. So alternate. Again, front post double crochet in this post. So wrap your yarn, pull it through, wrap your yarn, pull it through, wrap your yarn, pull it through. Again, back post double crochet, so insert your hook at the back, make a double crochet, so wrap your yarn, pull it through, wrap your yarn and pull it through. Again, front post double crochet, insert your hook, wrap your yarn and pull it through, wrap your yarn and pull it through. Again, back post double crochet, that one there at the back, so insert your hook in there and make a double crochet. So wrap your yarn, pull it through, and wrap your yarn and pull it through. So in this first row of this pattern, it's a little bit tricky and challenging because we still have a tiny bit of pieces to work into, or a tiny bit to hold into. So you basically have to twist your work, like flip your work back and forth, but you will get the hang of it once it's a little bit longer or bigger. Okay, but make sure you alternate the pattern: front post double crochet, back post double crochet, until you reach at the end. So this is what it looks like in the wrong side meaning the back of your work, and this is what it looks like in the front or the right side. Okay, so we're at the end of this row now. We'll just have few posts to finish. Okay, and this time we have the last stitch here as a back post, so obviously we have to do the front post. So front post, insert your hook here in the front and make a double crochet. So wrap your yarn, pull it through, wrap your yarn and pull it through, and again the back post, and then turn your work like this and make a double crochet using the back post. Okay, so make sure you always end in back post and a half double crochet. Okay, so this is the half double crochet, the last stitch in your row, and then slip stitch into the chain one that you created in this row. Okay, so again the next row is the same pattern: chain one and half double crochet in the next to your stitch, and then this time it should be easier because you will see a post straight away. That's the post there from the previous round. Okay, see that little bumpy stitches, that's the front post, and at the back obviously is the back post. So you will use that as a guide. That's where you will insert your hook in that front post, okay, that one there, and make a double crochet. The reason for this that we copied the previous round's pattern is to create that ribbed design. Okay, this is not a typical ribbing that we usually do using a loop. You know, when you do a rib you just use the loop, but this time we use a post. So using the back post this time, and then front post. So as you can see, I just follow what I did in the previous round. Okay, so back post, make a double crochet in that back post. So again, this is a lot easier this time because you already have the post that you created from the previous round, and continue doing that. Back post, front post, double crochet, alternate until you reach at the end. So we're here at the end of this row now. We'll just have to finish the few stitches left. So we do the back post, double crochet, wrap your yarn and pull it through, wrap your yarn and pull it through, and then the front post double crochet. So insert your hook here and make a double crochet in that post, and then there's a last stitch which is the double crochet. So always end in back post double crochet because we're trying to create a little gap for the back, and then of course your half double crochet in the last stitch, and then slip stitch into the chain one that you made in the first part of this row. So this is what it looks like now, your little project. It's starting to form like a band. So what are we going to do now is we will repeat the pattern of front post, back post, double crochet. Okay, so let's turn this work like this, and obviously the foundation chain here at the top is the top part of your crop top, and all the way down you have to repeat the pattern until you're happy of the length of your crop top, or until you have a nice coverage. And as you can see, it is making a nice ribbed design now. That's what we want, a nice ribbing stitches in the crop top. Okay, and I'll meet you at the end of that rows. So I am here now at the end of this row. I'll just finish this row to close this. Obviously I still use the pattern of front post double crochet, back post double crochet, front post double crochet, and back post double crochet as the last stitch or the last post in every row. Okay, we always end in the back post, and then so half double crochet, and then slip stitch to the chain one in the beginning of every row, or in this row in this matter. as you can see here, I finished my crop top and I'm happy with the length of my crop top, and it has a nice gap in between. This is for the back, and this is what it looks like now. I finished my top from here all the way down, and this is 27 rows of half double crochet, front post and back post. If you are taller, you have to make more rows, and this is 6 inches long and size small, and I'm petite or tiny. I only stand like 4'11 or 143, so I'm really tiny. So if you're taller, you just have to add more rows, okay? And this time grab your 3.50mm hook, so we're changing the hooks, okay? And do not cut off your yarn, because we'll continue making the waistband in chain of 2. Okay, and then in these stitches, if you've seen these stitches here at the top, that one there, we will use that and make a half double crochets. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oops, sorry, 9 and 10. So continue doing the half double crochet pattern around the crop top. Okay, so nothing special, no increase, no decrease, no front post or back post, just a simple half double crochet from here all the way till you reach in the other side of your top. Okay, until you reach here, and I'll meet you there. So we're here at the end of this row, so just have to continue doing the pattern of a half double crochet in the last few stitches until you run out of stitches and you slip stitch to 2 chain that you created in the first part of this round. And this time grab your stitch marker and put your stitch marker in the last stitch created, and do not chain. We will half double crochet straight away to the stitch next to it. Okay, the reason for that is as much as possible I want it seamless. Okay, and again do a half double crochet around your crop top. Continue doing the half double crochet around your top until you reach in the other side, and again do not chain for the next round. So continue doing that till you're happy of the length of your waistband. So I'm here now at the end of my 7th rows of half double crochet, and I'll just finish it off with a few stitches left, and then I reach in a stitch marker and I slip stitch to that first half double crochet that we made. So this is what it looks like now, my waistband. It's just a simple half double crochet around the crop top, and if you needed more, you can always add more to fit to your preferences. Okay, if you needed and you can cut off the yarn at the top of your crop top, and then chain 1 and half double crochet in every stitches available to you, because this is a raw edges, or this is the foundation chain that we made in the beginning of the project, and I just want to clean it off with a half double crochet around the crop top, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. And I'm at the end of this row now. I'll just have to finish it off with a few half double crochets to finish the row. So we're just basically cleaning the top part of these little crop tops, and then slip stitch into the chain 1 that you created in this first part of the row. And now I have here my straps, 2 of the straps and 1 at the front. So I'll show you guys how I determine where to put my straps. So first is I fold it in half and put a stitch marker in the middle, or aligned to the big gap we have at the back. Okay, and from the middle I counted 6 posts. Okay, 6 posts, and then on the 6th post, that's where I determine to put my straps. Same goes at the back, okay, and in the other side of that middle stitch marker. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this is where we're gonna put our last straps. Okay, this is the front, and I'll show you guys how I put these straps in this little crop top. At the back, you just have to align them, okay? And if you feel like that it's too close, you can always move them a little bit further or a little bit closer. Now that we're all set, the stitch markers is there, grab your yarn and attach it to your stitch markers stitch, and you can remove the stitch marker and make a chain of 85.
Lucid dream, pinch me.
So I have here my 85 chain now, okay, and then cut it off, and then on the stitch next to where you insert your first straps, you have to do the same. You have to repeat the procedure. So attach your yarn there and chain 85.
You're still playing heartstrings and I'm still singing.
This is the second chain of 85, and I have to make another one here next to it, this one here in this stitch. Again, chain of 85. So this is the last chain. Now we're gonna braid them. So easy. You'll just have to braid them to make it a one straps, okay?
Imagination.
And then after that, we have to make a little knot at the tip or at the end to secure them together. And I have here a wooden beads and my hook. So we will put these beads into these straps just to give it a little accent. But I have to do it one by one because the straps or the chains are quite thick. Okay, so you just have to be patient.
Will you come back?
That's it, and I make another tie or knots at the bottom of the bead so it's not gonna fall off, and I glued the ends. So it's a bit secure, okay? And voila, we're done. And this is our top now. It's so cute. It's beautifully made.
If I had no cash to spend, if I forget we had plans, when I feel like breaking down, ooh, you'd be there to hold my hand.
And thank you, lovelies, for staying with me. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button and give this video a thumbs up. See you next time. Bye.
In every move you